Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through architecture style, guys. Okay, so basically architecture styles, in this we'll be discussing 5 types, guys. So in the upcoming 5 lectures, we'll be discussing one after the other. After that, we'll be moving on to architecture style patterns or architecture patterns, guys. Okay, so in this lecture, we'll be just going through the introduction of architecture styles. Okay, so basically an architecture style is nothing but what is the format of the connection of components which you are using. Is it a data driven, is it a flow based, like that there are multiple types, guys. So among that which you are selecting, it completely depends on based on your requirement, guys. So if your project is having something which is requested again and again multiple times by different users, in that situation we will be using data driven. So based on the requirements only you will be selecting the architecture, guys. Okay, so an architecture style is a transformation that is imposed on the design of the entire system. So basically entire system will be depending on this only. So the next stage, that is nothing but the coding stage, will also depend on this only. Okay, when a builder builds a house, he uses an architecture style as a depictive mechanism to differentiate from the other styles. So basically you can assume in this way, guys. So whenever you ask an engineer to build a site, build a house, so assume that you are trying to build an independent house of only 1 floor. Assume in that way. Okay, you told you are having this much size of land and you told that you need 2 BHK or 3 BHK. So these are nothing but architectures. You can assume in that way. Okay. So similarly in our software engineering also we are having some particular architectures. Okay. So the software that is built for computer based systems also exhibits one or more architecture styles. So basically you can even mix them and you can make a hybrid also. It is also possible for large scale projects, but for small scale projects you can use any one of other pre-designed method. Okay. Each style describes a system category that is encompasses, that is nothing but that has all these 4 components, guys. So that will be having 4 main components. That is nothing but a set of components. Those are nothing but the database, the computation modules that perform the functions of the requirements. Okay. So based on the requirements, based on those functions, everything will be working, guys. Okay. Similarly, a set of connectors. So that enables communication between the modules and cooperation between the modules. So you need some connectors like cables, you can say. In our common words, we will be connecting devices with a line, guys. So that is nothing but a connector. So components are nothing but these are the components. The hardware devices, the databases, the servers, the client, the user, a system, everything will be coming under components. Again, constraints. Constraints are nothing but some kind of integration that defines some kind of conditions. So that defines how components can be integrated. So it is nothing but a condition, right? So they should be integrated in this way. They should be integrated in that way. So those are some conditions. Okay. Semantic models that enables a designer to understand the overall properties of the system. So to understand the overall properties, they should also have a clear idea about semantics. Okay. So the basic commonly used architectures are, these are the architectures, guys. Data centered, data flow, call and return, object oriented and layer architecture. Okay. So I hope everyone got a clear idea on architecture styles. So in the next lecture, we will be starting with the data centered architecture, guys. Okay. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.